this is an announcement that I have made a decision to considerably alter my spiritual landscape relative to spending undue energy criticizing the belief systems of others. As I previously indicated, I have family members and a few friends who are Christians, and they believe sincerely in their theology and in their Bible persuasions. And when I was a Christian, I was sincere about a lot, but I was sincerely wrong overall. But the universe had to make means occur for me to come out of my fog and for me to leave low frequency levels. And other people will do the same. Some will and some won't. Whether they do or whether they don't, I am no longer going to make it a major mission to be in corrective measure mode about what people choose to believe. I do understand that we have our differences, but my focus going forward wants to be more on what we have in common and how we can unite to contribute to the well-being and the advancement of this planet. None of us walks on water, and ain't nobody right all the time, and ain't nobody wrong all the time. I want to deal more in the area of commonalities as opposed to divisions and separatism. And sometimes us so-called conscious people, well, I don't even have that label for me, but there are a lot of so-called conscious people out here who are on self-righteous soapboxes, being extreme and doing bashing and being excessive in their disagreements, and it becomes vigorous to the extent of being overkill. And I'm not talking to everybody who's in the so-called conscious arena, but whoever the shoes fit, damn sure are wearing them. And I don't want to be in the practice of being self-righteous. I don't want to be in the practice of considering myself to be on no high horse, that I'm so free and so fearless that other people are beneath me. And I don't believe I was behaving that way, but I'm not sure. So if I was, I want to put out there in the arenas, online and elsewhere, that it was not my intent to be about malice towards other people. And I want to settle myself down more and find out how to get into discoveries of how to best use my energies to fuel people to become better in society, in their personal lives, in their professional lives, in their spiritual lives. I need improvement myself, and I want to work more on doing more construction to Sandra to transform me to be the best that I am capable of, and that is where I want to put my focus mostly. Not saying that I'm going to not engage at all in disagreements, and sometimes they may even get vigorous again, but I no longer want it to be a major emphasis for my going forward processes. So thank y'all for listening, and Christians, I want you all to know that I love you, and I want love and compassion to be a forefront of where I am headed. And I do believe others feel the same. And those who want to continue in a lot of debates and so forth with people who hold different spiritual beliefs, you all have at it. If you get a revelation to cease or to at least kind of back up somewhat on those practices, you know, more power to you, whatever you decide. We all make our own unique choices. I made mine, and I want to be about loving people. But again, don't mistake the fact that I'm going to be more loving and compassionate for me being in wimp mode or being in softy mode, because I'm still a thoroughbred. I just want to direct my energies in other ways to do more to build up as opposed to criticizing. And sometimes a lot of complaining and criticizing is not in balance, and we need to check ourselves to examine whether or not we are swinging too much to one side or the other. We need to find a happy medium, a balance, because that's what the universe supports more than anything else. That's balance, and love transcends all of the differences and separatism. And we don't want to leave one religion, Christianity, which is largely about division and separatism relative to those who don't believe in similar fashion. I don't want to get caught up in another religion that is in such mindsets or heart sets, because it doesn't get us anywhere as far as elevation on an upward swing. So we need to sometimes sit back and examine ourselves and stop so much criticizing and whining and complaining about what other people are postured, and figure out, are we postured in balanced ways ourselves? So more self-examination, less criticism of others is where I want to head, going up in celebrated spiritual dimensions. Thank y'all for listening. Bye now.